Well played.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down. The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down.
Good D.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. 46 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. That was pretty critical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
We got this.
Okay. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. If you're a real fan.
He'll come out throwing here on first down.
Is that C in the zone?
Got an open man, it's QT. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
Snowing in mine right now. I'm watching it.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
What did my cornerback do? Pass interference.
Down, McCaffrey. And he'll take
and a face mask. Fucking Ben gets all the bricks.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
A lot of shit just happened.
Second and 10. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 32-yard line.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down.
Bro.
Let's check in with our referee.
Call that shit at hockey.
So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the call.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Just got a little goal line stand action
as his guys are on the board
here in Miami.
First quarter. extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with
Look
a
at that
Pittsburgh
huge head.
touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
So out now comes the offense back
One of a kind,
on the field. And work with me here. Is this overhyped or not? You've got a warm weather team on the road in January, and it's cold.
Austin Powers were very
the deal?
funny.
Is that a factor or is it not a factor?
I think a lot of it depends on the personality of your head coach and how you prepare for things. And some things you just can't prepare for. If you're coming from a warm weather site,
really loved Wayne's
you
World.
can't make it cold enough like it is here in this ball
Wayne's
game.
World was a
But what
formative
you can do is just tell guys,
movie for me.
dress for the weather, and then play like we always play. And as the game goes along, typically those guys out there playing, you warm up enough that it really shouldn't affect you quite the same way. Now, if that's all you talk about, if you put that in the heads of your players, it'll affect them in a big way.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. So possession 1 ended in 6. Possession 2 likely going to end in a punt.
And that's okay. They just got to get back to what they worked on in the opening drive and continue to make a few adjustments along the way. It won't be exact because the defense will make a few adjustments themselves. Just get back to your game plan. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Oh, you motherfucker.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Tight end's back.
They've got to do a better job up front and create some space because they're right there, almost literally on their own goal line.
Just a couple of feet away from a safety. That could have been disastrous. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Back to throw now in his own end zone. He's able to find Wallace. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
These two teams all tied after 1.
90 Wolf. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they go.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football.
7-3 Bills at the first.
Game, and it goes for a 1st down.
Well, a little bit left in the front.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Here's McCaffrey. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it.
Love you.
A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a 1st.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. That's into the hands of Wallace over the middle. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw
the run develop. I played him.
That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Oh, no.
2nd and 11. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Ferguson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Lamar Jackson's carving me up, boys.
First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
They were 3-1.
On first down, they'll drop to throw. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think inclement weather plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out?
And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown in this first half. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
I don't know how this works.
Yeah, I get here comes Brendan Smith.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. That was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Like, I have a backup quarterback. Which one's rating?
And now Oakland ready to take the field. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that.
For Miles Brennan
get this game tied up.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
You guys
Here's Marshall. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
If you ask Ben, it's fine.
On 2nd down now. It's Marshall. He is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Here's the Raiders punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs.
Yeah.
My quarterback, yes.
Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl.
Well, he's still
That'll go as a punt of 42-7 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Their last two drives both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap, allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
That big article on paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns, and right here they're trying to make it 3 in a row. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Maybe he walked him out and gave him a pep talk.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey.
When a linebacker's able to sit at the second level and see things develop in front of him, as soon as he got a hint that the quarterback was checking it down, he just made a beeline directly for the receiver and ended up making the play.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. He may try and run for this. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a 1st down.
Set a hot route, which you can't do, I realize.
On 1st and 10, Brennan. That's to McCaffrey, complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. A good passing down here. They send 3 receivers to the right of the formation on 2nd down. 2nd down and inches. Well, he's going to have the hook up to QT. 12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh 1st.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now here's a pass on 1st down. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And
Coward.
2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again. Brennan. They'll drop it off to McCaffrey. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. He's got his man. That's Wallace. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And his kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football. It's something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
What did everybody do this weekend?
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Time here for likely 1 play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And an alley to run.
Hello?
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, 60 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back.
Jamar Chase gets to the end zone right before half. 14-13
Comes the
Buffalo.
Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown the second half scored against them.
They were down
3
at the
big
half.
chunk plays.
Now, as you mentioned,
Had
they're
a
down a
timeout
little
left.
bit bigger, but no time for
And I
discouragement.
get ball.
Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
I got somebody coming back.
On second down, it's Marshall. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That one a first down pickup
I want to
of
watch y'all
8.
play y'all's game. I don't care
Running
about
lanes
my
run a
game.
premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
I gotta get up. I gotta get up and go to work.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Looking left sideline, incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one of my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, just in the Patriots. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
Tank to go over.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies.
Ben gets all the breaks.
The end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. 28 yards. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, Yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
Chase
And you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt.
He's
You
holding
need
his
that
ass.
difference maker lugging the rock.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no
Paul had a
one
butt
back
injury?
here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what we discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to
groin.
that?
His dick-
right? You
his
don't
dick's
just
on the
say the same
ground.
things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
But it's not his ass.
His dick came off. Did you look at his... You see his dick?
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Brennan. Open man is QT, complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works a defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Beautiful football.
Back to throw. Brennan. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down
what's
near
the
the
score, Paul?
40-yard line. We're holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to
I'm not going to
finish.
blame Brennan for
The
anything.
2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Who won the Spurs game?
Prescott
Ben,
on
look
play
that up.
action.
They were going
And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
the Sixers.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You can't just keep telling yourself, throws
I know,
downfield
I had
and
money
run
on
every
it.
day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away
Kansas
from him and
loses.
winds up an interception.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
10 seconds left.
Looking to throw. Brennan escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go.
Let him
deep,
shake.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
Jakob Poeltl.
I don't care what level of football you played. This one was a universal,
This
wasn't it? When we were
Spurs
kids,
guy
we
that a
played
lot
touch
of
football.
nerds like.
Remember we
They
get in these
think they should
positions
start
and
him.
you just say,
while they're
everybody
the
go
bubble.
long, and someone would come for it.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward
Rosen's
and now
on
a
the
small
Spurs still.
step back as he loses a yard or 2.
Oh, so he
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they needed.
That didn't happen in this
If the
case.
Pels would have won that game,
got
it'd have been over.
After
Now,
getting stuffed on 1st down.
now
not much
Memphis
better
might just
there.
straight up
2-yard
drop out of the
gain.
fucking 8th seed.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone
is he
made
down?
some
He's down before.
adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they look to
No,
throw.
8 and 9.
He is going to find Hill here. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down.
If they're within 4 games of each
Never
other.
make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching
I
here,
thought 9
are
and
just
10
quicker than fast.
played
A lot of them combine quickness and speed.
Winner of
They
that
catch a
had to
lot of
beat Memphis.
footballs, as we just saw there.
No.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker
we have
room.
to finish
It's 1st and
in
10. Back to
Yes.
throw.
You have to be. Yeah. Or this
And
first
this will be
seed.
incomplete.
We're like
Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra
Yeah, we
defensive
played our
backs
3
on the
hardest
field and
games.
covered up essentially every blade of
Well,
grass.
actually, I don't think Memphis
That allowed them
is.
to disrupt the play.
Memphis, I think, is falling
Back
off
to
in
the
the
ground
middle.
attack here.
I don't know if that's true,
And a
that we
short
played our
pickup
hardest
there
game.
down to about the
We played
9.
the Kings on Thursday, and then we played the Wizards on Friday. They didn't even bring their team.
The Wizards are checked out. They
Yeah.
gotta be checked out.
And then we play the
Wow.
Kings again, I think, right after that. The Kings game is
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the
So we have
AFC.
5 left.
You're watching the
we play the
NFL
Kings
on
twice,
EA
the
Sports.
Wizards, the Magic, and
The Magic, well, I got it right here. So up next
I know the
on
Magic are
Thursday,
last.
we got 2 days off, and then we play.
Yeah, the Magic might be our third hardest game, actually, because they're playing
Can't
pretty
be any
well.
better than a perfect
But it's
6
the
for
last
6.
game
This is 3rd and
Yeah, they might
9.
not have much to play for.
Yeah.
Operating from the gun. Glennon.
It's
Nice
Sacramento,
man, it's
first
caught for
touchdown.
a Steelers touchdown.
Sacramento, Washington.
Kiki
Blackerman,
QT there to make the grab. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
Spurs and the Kings game.
Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive interception, this drive the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it solid because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
That's it, baby. We got one.
Dak Prescott and the offense heading back onto the field. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory, like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. Give them a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Just got blown
Hard
up
to
on a
believe
3rd
his
and 1.
first catch of the game defensive.
It won't let me
Separate
watch
the
them.
ball.
They bottled him up. That's why they're well
For some reason, yours went away.
on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
I'm sure as a coach, when you throw the flag, you hold your breath, then you get the verification you were right, a sigh of
Good
relief.
D.
Not only a sign of relief, a little vindication as well, because every time you pull that red flag and throw it, you could be costing your team a timeout.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as
He barely
well.
got one foot.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball just didn't work on that.
What is
Completed
happening?
it. No yardage.
Are you watching, Ben?
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott.
Watch what just happened.
King there on the
What you doing
coverage.
here?
Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little
I
over
couldn't do
100
anything.
yards
I couldn't
passing
turn the
in
other
this
way.
game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their
Butt fumble.
playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan and especially the execution.
His 2nd catch in this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
And that play goes
Oh,
nowhere.
God.
Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
I just threw a terrible,
That pass
terrible
play
pick.
wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Prescott now from the 50. And his throw is incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. And it'll bring up third down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Touchdown was a bomb.
Did they maybe play that too safely on third down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have fourth down to try and pick it up.
He's got it at the 15. That all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. 48 yards, and the Raiders get a score closer. Wow, talk about a big fourth down conversion for the score defensively. How do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it, having that kind of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take.
Bills team won't go quietly into the night. Come on.
Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a third and about 9 to go. And the Steelers on third down. They haven't been stopped yet. A perfect 7 for 7. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Brennan flushed out right. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence.
That was a wild-ass play.
Doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw again on second down. Prescott. Open man is Samuel. Complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
It's like you tackle him at the hip.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all. And now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Well, I'm just wondering to see.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
What are they doing?
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset.
What's up, America?
What they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it
running
over.
through the 6 with my roll.
Prescott to throw. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big
forever.
out of that. But it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward.
Why did
bread and butter.
Isaiah Simmons fall for the play fake?
The throw over the middle taken in.
I gotta watch that run.
Good for 5. It's third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Got his target, Samuel. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
You saw that?
If only the end zone was 10 yards deeper,
Here's Prescott.
we'd have had a lot of them touchdowns.
Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Prescott now. That's complete to Arcega-Whiteside. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
All this time. Oh.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
You had a pretty decent onside kick, Kurt.
I know. I thought I recovered it for a second.
It wasn't going to 10 yards, but should still get crazy.
Prescott. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
Good job, team.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. There's Prescott. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Prescott. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Point after here coming up. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Jamar Chase out for 4 weeks.
That one in the books as a 12-play drive. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least 1 play. And it's the Steelers that come up with it. And that should just about do it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.
When he left the game. Brennan came in 11 for 16, 156, 1 touchdown, 1 pick.
I think that's the perfect rating for Burrow.
Shea Serrano, the Spurs fan, tweeted, "Nobody talked to me for 20 years."
He tweets that about all the time.
I know.